you are running for U.S. Senate. You're running for Susan Collins' seat. Is that correct?
I am running for United States Senate. I'm born and raised here in Sullivan. I grew up here. I joined the Marine Corps out of high school, went overseas for a while, and when I came home, this state and this community is what allowed me to kind of come back and build frankly a life that I've fallen in love with. And even though I've been able to build a really nice life, I've been able to do that with a lot of support from my community and support from the VA. I'm a disabled veteran. Recently, I've really watched my community begin to essentially fall apart. Rural healthcare in Eastern Maine is collapsing. We have a housing crisis and an affordability crisis that is it's driving people out of the state. I have a lot of friends my age who are leaving Maine because there's nowhere to live. They can't afford a house if they can even find one. And it's hard for me to like live a life that I've worked very hard to build that I find very fulfilling. It's hard for me to find satisfaction in that while my community and my neighbors and frankly the state that I love seems like it is in the most dire straits it's been in a long time. And so this is an opportunity for me to get involved and to give back to the place that has given me so much. We need people to fight for working Mainers, and it hasn't felt like we have had that in a very long time. In the 30 years that Susan Collins has been in the Senate, things have gotten materially worse for working class Mainers. People now are really they're no longer buying the charade that she's a moderate or that she's fighting for working Mainers because they see over and over and over again uh, her using her position to try to look like she's helping folks while continuing on supporting a much larger project that has resulted in the immiseration of the working class in the state. I think, I don't think, I know this. I have friends who are Republicans. I have friends who are Democrats. Everybody in my small town who I talk to, they see her as just another self-interested politician who has serves the whims of the establishment. And everybody feels like she's got to go. We need a politics in this state that is going to represent the interests of working people. And people know that. They can feel it. And I think in many ways, people are just waiting to be shown that there is a path forward where we can retake power for working people in this country and get the programs and the support that we need instead of just shoveling all of our money up into the stratosphere for a few ultra wealthy billionaires to hoard. And I think that that feeling is across the political divide in Maine. And it's a feeling that I personally have because I'm an oyster farmer. I'm the harbor master in my small town. I live a very simple life in a very small, simple community of people who are just trying to make it. And that's who we need to be fighting for. The fact that we live in a system that is treating working people the way that it is shows that those who have been in charge had no interest in fighting for them. Because if they had, we wouldn't be here. And I think that that is a message that's going to resonate across the electorate in Maine.
And how do you think that your experience as a veteran helps you in a position where you'd be serving Mainers in Washington?
Look, I got to build the life I live because of the support I get from the VA. The VA pays for my health care. It gives me really good, high quality health care. That allowed me to take some risks, like starting a small business. I didn't have to worry about getting a job that was going to give me health care. I didn't have to worry about getting a job I hated just to put a roof over my head. The support I got from the VA helped me with my health care, helped me with staying in a house. Um, I don't think that the bar to that kind of support should be having to go fight in stupid foreign wars and watching your friends die. I think that that kind of support in a system that is creating more wealth than any of us could have ever imagined, we have the resources to provide that to every single American. And we should. We need to.
Why do you think people at home should trust you as a senator?
One, because I'm a working class guy. I've never aspired to higher office. Running for U.S. Senate is not a thing that I built my life around doing. I thought that being harbor master of Sullivan, Maine was going to be the extent of my political career. But I'm watching a system just screw working people daily over and over and over again. And I watch it because I am a working person. I work on the ocean with my hands. I work incredibly hard. I think that people will be able to trust me because very quickly they're going to learn that I am just one of them. I'm not, I don't come from a lot of wealth. I don't come from a higher strata of society. I'm a working class guy that lives a working class life. And I think there's an authenticity there that most other politicians just can't provide because it's inauthentic for them. They don't come from this life. They don't come from small coastal communities. They don't come the from logging communities in northern Maine. They come from places of privilege, and people can tell that. And the only privilege I have is that because of my military service, I got supported by the VA. That's it. And that allows me to live a good life. And I think that that is a privilege that shouldn't be a privilege. That should just be a right to all Americans.